Hello and welcome, my Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, romantic soulmate contract read for September 2020 or timeless. Can't put all of that in the title, can I? But at least you know it's the romantic variety of soulmate contract read. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, lYONS, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, present. Excuse me, I'm drawing the circle productions. The Archangel of lYONS, Mark Angelo lYONS, but you can call me Mal. Hi, fellow Earth sign, Virgo that I am. My birthday is on September 6th. I'm getting these done before I take a few days off for said birthday. Well, I will be turning 52 years old. Can you believe it? No, neither can I. I can't believe I've survived this long. But here I am, and very honored to be serving you. My Capricorns, particularly my subscribers, thank you. Caps tend to be slow and steady wins the race. Stick for the long haul. I really do appreciate your support, your super chats, right? So Capricorn's always good for a super chat, right? For your comments, for your sharing my work, all of that. Truly appreciated. Thank you so very much. And if you're new to my channel, please do consider doing the same. I'm fun. I'm good. I've been doing this since I'm 12 years old. Next summer will officially be when I have been reading tarot for 40 years. It's when I started when I was 12 years old as a kid. Long story. I'll do a vlog on it eventually. Again, mentioned it a little bit in a previous one, but let's get down to business, right? Shall we? Let's do this soulmate contract thing. Because we are looking at a soul contract, the soulmate, not the twin flame contract. Different foundation entirely. Soulmate contracts, they're not all romantic, sexual. This variety we are looking at we're looking at that particular type of contract. We'll be using divine feminine on this side, divine masculine on this side. It does not denote biological gender or gender preference. Simply a way of dividing up two people in a soul contract. I prefer the language of divine yin, divine yang, takes it out of body parts, but this is the West, this is YouTube, so we're going to go with divine masculine, divine feminine. Keep in mind you may relate to both because of the quantum entanglement of a soulmate contract. That as one heals, the other heals. Maybe not the same thing, but that's why you often have parallel lives when you finally meet up, right? Different than twin flame entirely. Twin flames, you teach each other how to heal yourselves. Do the math on that. Go watch some of those readings. They're rough. The soulmates are more satisfying. You help each other heal, whether you have met or not. So these readings this time around, the guides were very, very clear with me, my Pantheons. They said these readings are about whoever is watching them to help them manifest their soulmate contracts by healing themselves to hence bring things together instead of waiting for the other one to show up to heal, to be doing that healing. Because of the quantum entanglement of a soulmate contract, not only are you healing yourself, you're helping to heal them. And in that, the soulmate contracts in general that are coming together right now are helping heal the world, bringing more love into the planet. As more people be falling in love with their soulmate, romantic soulmate contract, there's going to be less hatred in the world, just saying. So that's what we are looking at here. Remember, it is a general read. Focus on the breath as you go. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. There is an extended version to this on Vimeo. I will put a preview at the very, very end of this so you can catch the first couple of cards hitting the table. Otherwise, I suggest we just dive in. Shall we, my caps? Here we go. Slow and steady wins the race. Let's see what we get for you. Breathe. All the decks that I use are in the description box at the bottom, as well as there are some links defining twin flame, soulmate, soul contract, all of that you might find of interest. Otherwise, let's talk to the collective Pantheons with the Carolyn Mace archetype deck. Here we go. Very different vibe. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved, please. I need two cards, the divine feminine and the divine masculine for this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual soulmate contract, September 2020 or timeless. This feels nice. I'm feeling this quite a bit. Can we get the divine feminine, please? What is the dominant divine feminine archetype at work here? Alchemizing from lead to gold, shadow to light. What is the dominant divine masculine soul power archetype being developed? led to gold, alchemization, and all that jazz. Remember, these can be triggery. You're not going to want to see the shadow stuff. That's why it's in the shadow. Stuff you don't want to acknowledge, but this is the stuff that's being healed, or you're helping each other heal through the quantum entanglement of a soulmate contract, right? So the more you heal this, faster it brings the two of you together, one would suspect. Ready? The shadow and the light of the king archetype and the angel. Ooh, the divine feminine with the king archetype. That's new. It is definitely a masculine family archetype, but like I said, this is not about bodily gender, and as a matter of fact, I have a touch of the king archetype when I teach, in tandem with my teacher archetype. So even though I consider myself a divine feminine predominantly, in different relationships, I am more the divine masculine than the divine feminine. And you'll see when if you stick around and go to the extended, we will be balancing that out using the Daughters of the Moon for the feminine, but in the extended, we'll use the Mythic Tarot to really see the more masculine side of that. Cool. So the king archetype and the angel archetype, masculine family, divine family archetype, the shadow attribute of the king, and you know this, excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. Now, nobody wants to look at that within themselves, but it's easy to see in a king, right? Like the emperor having no clothes. But the light attribute, and this is beautiful, enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. So there is that protective aspect, right? Like think King Arthur in the golden days of Camelot, right? Sort of that virile, strong, enlightened, right? Hence the round table, that nobody would be that far away from him in that way, that it showed that equality and that unity within them. So a leadership, definitely a leadership thing here, whether the leader of a family or a tribe or an organization, regardless of gender, right? Divine feminine, but that being, in this case, the more yin of the two, maybe that leadership energy isn't as overt. Unlike the angel archetype, right? The divine masculine is working with the angel archetype. Keep in mind the original meaning of the word angel means messenger of light, I believe, in the original Hebrew. But the shadow attribute, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance, which, let's call it what it is, demonic, right? It's angels and demons. Gold and lead, right? The ascension, the healing process of demonic to angelic, what one would think of as a process of exorcism, is really a process of alchemy, right? So the alchemy we're shooting for here with the light attribute, helping those in need with no expectation of return. Not the easiest thing in the world to do either, and I would say for a divine masculine in particular in the world where we are in right now, unless we've really got one of those enlightened beings. Now, what I like about these two already, without any other cards on the table, is the aspect of enlightenment. Literally on the on the card itself for the king, and here that idea of the angel, right? Helping, being that divine family archetype, just going, do the thing, very light, very easy, and poof, gone, right? Let's keep going. What are, since we have an angel on the table, but we're going to do this anyway, using the Doreen Virtue Healing with the Angels Oracle, we are going to look at who are the healing angels that walk with them individually, helping them heal themselves as they help each other heal. Holographic, you know what I mean. Breathe. Why, yes, thank you, my angels. Please take over 2 cards for this one for the Divine Feminine King archetype. I almost want to say the Billie Jean King there, just to keep it straight in my head. And this Divine Masculine Angel archetype in this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I'm happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract. It feels really lovely between the two of them, I have to say, so far. So who is the healing angel that walks with the Divine Feminine? We'll just put it face down. And who is the angel that walks with the Divine Masculine in this soulmate contract, September 2020? Or Timeless. Well, there we have it. The King in Harmony is walking with the angel of harmony. Now, harmony is not just about balance. It's about having that space for things to resonate, right? Like 2 notes right next to each other on a scale are dissonant. Give them thirds or sixths I think is the math on that. And you get harmony. So there's a balancing here, but it's also being in flow with stuff, right? To go with the flow is to be in harmony. So getting more of that light side here. So what would the angel of harmony do with this king archetype is help them flow and be in harmony, right? It feels lovely. Like I said, there's something like golden warm honey vibe here, because the angel archetype here has the angel of new love. Now, again, if these two know each other second time around, sometimes soulmates have to go through a couple of passes before, not that they get it right, but that's the journey, right? It's a good love story, a soulmate, usually a soulmate contract, helping each other heal, at least the romantic ones, right? I mean, a true love relationship is different. Course of true love never did run smooth, and those are rough, and usually you go through a rough time with each other, but soulmates always tend to work themselves out, unless it is a true love soulmate, in which case, oh good God, they could start out as twin flames and then alchemize into soulmates. God help us all. Hopefully we all find out when we croak how this all works, right? Because even, you know, all the most brilliant visionaries, readers, prophets, all of that, we're still just spitballing. We're just giving you what our experience is. So that being said, let's ask another oracle. Because I like this vibe. This feels very easy peasy, eggs and cheesy so far, but we're going to ask Kuan Yin through the Kuan Yin Oracle and Archangel Michael, the Blue Angel Oracle here. Yeah, certainly a perspective of the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine, but for both of them, right? Almost like the center lane, even though in the picture you'll see at the end, each will be above their perspective contract partners here, but this is truly center lane stuff for the both of them. Take a nice deep breath. We'll talk to Kuan Yin. Thank you, Kuan Yin. Hail and welcome. Please, can I have one card in clarity for this king archetype and this angel archetype in this Capricorn? Oh, King of the Mountain, Capricorn. Got it. Please. Capricorn collector, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise. Intimate sexual soulmate contract for September 2020 or timeless. Please, what do you see for them? My beloved Kuan Yin, please. Enter the Jade Temple. Enter the Jade Temple is what she's telling you to do. Now, all of these are different aspects of Kuan Yin one way or another, or a piece of direct guidance. It is card number 11, and I am going to read it to you, just the beginning and the end. There's a lot in this book, but just to kind of give you, so we get a divinatory note, so to speak. Kuan Yin in her temple of peaceful jade causes all conflict to elevate to higher peaceful resolution. Okay, so the Jade Temple is about resolution of conflict. A realization and healing of any situation that is concerning you is already underway. In fact, you are being asked to begin to feel the relief of that resolution now, so you can more readily receive the divine solution and blessing of peace from the beloved Kuan Yin when it arrives. So being prepared for a resolution, saying that it's already in play, already a divinely designed deal, right? Kuan Yin kind of pulling strings for you, kind of already done for both of you. And like I said, there's kind of this like warm, sweet, golden, warm honey feeling that I'm getting between the two of you. But for any conflicts that might be involved or perhaps coming, saying to be prepared for that. You are being prepared to kind of relax into that as the resolution and the solution are already on the way. Here's the ending prayer. Okay, Om Shanti essentially means all is peace or I am peace. It depends on the translation, right? Om, the universal sound, and Shanti, peace. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Mani, Padme Hum. Oh, I see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Shanti, Om Shanti. May all beings know deep peace and blessings of beloved priestess of peace, Kuan Yin. May the heart of all conflict be resolved in the Jade Temple. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Let's be the jewel in the soul of the lotus, the center of the lotus. You know, a peaceful resolution is what's being said here, but that obviously we're going to lay tarot on the table. We're going to see what if there is a conflict in place here, but certainly that does indicate it before those cards hit the table. But remember that. We'll come back to that for sure, but that idea that it's already in the Jade Temple, right? The solution, the resolution is already in place. Let's ask Archangel Michael about that, right? Let's get the Divine Masculine point of view here. Breathe. Beloved, beautiful, blue-eyed Angel of the South, Archangel of Fire, Archangel Michael, please can I have one card in clarity for this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign? Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual soulmate contract, satisfying soulmate contract, September 2020 or timeless, between this king who walks with the angel of harmony and this angel, Divine Masculine angel who walks with the angel of new love. It feels like they're both being prepared, like with harmony and new love and a resolution, right? Which is a type of harmony in play already, please. What is your piece of Divine Masculine? Woof. Archangel Michael, guidance and grace for these two. And we've got Gateway 1111. This is about Ascension. I've gotten this card before myself. Sorry, the Gateway 111. 1111. God forbid we'd have to make another wish and wear all white, wouldn't we? Oh, what a career I have had. Let's look at card number 38 here. Gateway, and it's really pretty. It looks like there's a central like escalator, elevator, beam me up, Scotty, in the second, in the middle of it. I'm into this. I would say keep an eye out for the numbers 111, right? That's sort of implied there for sure. Gateway 111, the key word is evolution. Observe this image closely. Well, do your best. I mean, I'll hold it up for a minute. Observe this image closely. It depicts a portal that leads you up golden steps of light to an arc. Once you reach this point, you ascend again to an even higher level of consciousness. The spiritual journey is occurring within you. Right now, you are ascending to higher planes of awareness, wisdom, and love. This is a significant point in your soul's evolution, a rare and major event. It is an initiation through which you are eternally blessed. There are cycles of great wisdom and love from this point on. Through one heart, one dream, one love, 111, the gateway, I ascend upon golden wings to a world of crimson dreams. Crimson dreams. Well, King Crimson Dreams, I would hope. All right, little 80s flashback there. Interesting. So there is definitely a portal of initiation here bringing you guys higher. Now, you can take that ascension language as you choose to see that. The process of spiritual awakening has been verbalized in many different ways. I prefer the language of alchemy, but that does say that there is a rising from something here, like a rising up, even an octave, right, in terms of music, an ascending scale of vibration and music going from middle to high C. The note, not the juice, just clarifying. So there is a gateway here. There's definitely an opportunity to go forward. Will you take it? So it's interesting. You have a gateway and a Jade Temple. Right? You got to go through the gateway to get to the Jade Temple, or is the gateway within the Jade Temple in this resolution, right? So you've got this resolution of some kind of conflict from Kuan Yin, an inner, right? One would think for both of them. But then a moving upwards, almost like a promotion is another way to look at that, but an acceleration as well. Daughters of the Moon Tarot, let's get some tarot narrative here from the Divine Feminine. We will clarify these in the extended with the Mythic Tarot, giving you some more flesh on the bones in terms of physical world manifestation, the Yang world, the relationship spread. Take a nice deep breath. Oh my goddesses, there's that honey-warm feeling again. Please, I need 5 cards, basic relationship spread for this king archetype who walks with the angel of harmony and this divine masculine angel archetype who walks with the angel of new love. And I feel the love from both sides here. This one's like very much trying to channel that. And I get that as the angel, how to deliver that message. That feels lovely. Please, so one card, please, for who is this divine king represented in this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, soulmate contract. I'll take that. Who is this divine masculine angel represented in this Capricorn collective soulmate contract? What is the bottom line, the root chakra of the soulmate contract at this point? Just one card, please. There we go. I'll take it. The crown chakra. What is the eagle eye view of this? Whoops. Nope. This is Capricorn soulmate contract. Please just leave the card in my hand. I'll be glad to take that for the eagle eye view. Great. And last card down of the tarot, the initial outcome, right? Like the end of the chapter, not the end of the story or the end of the contract. Just where is the initial outcome for this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign soulmate contract, September 2020 or timeless. Here we go. So we've got the king represented as the Gemini card. So look, if not a Gemini directly, or planets therein, with that card of harmony and the king does make sense, right? The king is a masculine archetype. So there's something here about self-expression. There's something here about communication, about getting the word out or around. This might be someone with a political edge to them, you know, maybe even though in the divine feminine position, maybe a social justicer in that way, in terms of like leading people and getting the message out there, but a message of harmony, right? This could be really like a love revolution, just to borrow the phrase from Matt Kahn for a moment, something that really is about bringing people together. I mean, the motto of my company is bringing people together with spirit, which is ridiculous because we're all spirit, right? We're just individual manifestations of one light, however you want to say that. But I like that there. It doesn't have that scattered energy to it. Well, and just with that Jade Temple card above it, it's like, well, whatever is going on that they are trying to bring harmony to, there is a resolution, but it does feel like that's within the contract as well. Let's keep going. The angel archetype, Three of Blades. Now, Three of Blades in this deck is rather lovely. It's focus, which I've always felt the Three of Blades in the Rider-Waite Tarot and all the extrapolations of it, calling it heartbreak, is not exactly symbolically accurate. First of all, it's a sign of air. Heart breaks water. Just saying. It's emotional, but it's more getting to the heart of the matter. And this is what this maiden, this mother, and this crone are doing. They're sitting outside in a desert, pyramid, and a sphinx. Sphinx absolutely indicating mysteries, right? Riddles of the Sphinx. But above them are three blades hovering in the air that they are focusing their minds together. Like really getting to the point of things, the Three of Blades. So there's a lot of air. There's air going on. Now, I will say, because Gemini is self-expression, right, and you can see the direction of Hina, the goddess here, the Maiden of Blades in this deck, facing the divine feminine, the divine masculine. So it's interesting that the angel, the one with the angel of new love, is in focus, but the king might be the one making the overture here, the expression. And with harmony, like I would say in a diplomatic way too, like T's crossed, I's dotted calligraphy, and maybe even a little poetically. Kind of feeling that there. What is the root chakra of this puppy? 10 of Pentacles. I mean, what they've got is good. Where they are right now, they're in the card of Harvest. This says to me they're together. They're either together or they are in some kind of situation where their physical worlds are bridging or touching, or there is a bringing together, a culmination of this. There is great stability and wealth here between the two of them, which would make sense for a Capricorn. Like maybe more on the part of the king, right? Because one would think of one with that kind of perhaps even opulent level of support physically, financially, and with harmony, with balance in that. But then this divine feminine, sorry, the divine masculine angel here would definitely be bringing messages of new love here, sort of animating that with love. Like I said, like golden warm honey. But remember, honey is liquid gold symbolically. Sweet and delicious, the good stuff in life, right? The sweetness of life. Oh, and what's in the crown here? Play. Yeah. These two know each other. So if this is not your reading, I get it at this point, but it feels like 10 of Pentacles. You're either both in such physical, stable places in your own lives individually that play is getting ready to come in, which is not a bad interpretation if you haven't met. And I have to remember this is a general read, even though I'm talking to a camera, right? So yeah, for some of you, you've really gotten to a place, like, you know, that the 9 of Pentacles, you've built your own. Well, now you've got enough, you've got that little bit more to give, perhaps on both sides. And with the 6 of Flames, play, the Bastet card coming in, like that's the eagle eye view. That's really saying that what's coming in now is a lot of fun for these two, a king and an angel. It's a very interesting contract. And I feel like a lot of that fun is mental at this point too. There's a solid foundation. Like they might just be thinking about all the fun stuff that they can be doing together. What's our initial outcome here? Oh dear. The Tower. Kali the Awakener. Now remember, the Tower is not always so much destruction of something wanted. It can be the destruction of something unwanted. And as the Awakener, it can be this bolt of truth that comes out of nowhere. Destroying old belief systems, right? Breaking up old patterns that no longer serve. In other words, it's hard to see it this way, but there is no down. The Tower card is a great card because it destroys that which is no longer useful or helpful, that we may cling to it for life, thinking it's our salvation is another story, right? But definitely that idea of the Tower of Babel. The Tower of Babel in the New Testament was necessary because everybody was speaking the same language, so they could build that tower out of hubris to reach heaven, to climb their way back to heaven. And God was like, nope. Right, and when they hit the ground, all babbling in different languages, unless they had a Babel fish. 42. So there's definitely an interesting play here. Interesting thing going on. I like these two together. We've got that Tower card, though, the only major arcana out of the 5 on the table, but otherwise the communication seems to be flowing, the angel being more focused here perhaps than the king, who might have with that mutable butterfly sort of Gemini mutability there, a bit more of a scattered focus, but there's a resolution in play and some kind of moving forward, moving upward. Let's get your last 2 cards down, because honestly, I don't feel like that card of the Tower, yes, it could be a rapid change for the better. Yeah. Let me tune into the Ascended Masters. It's their only card in this spread. They have a bunch others in the extended. The Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. What is the perfect healing mantra? So it doesn't matter if you're the king or the angel here. You work this mantra, you'll be helping each other heal. Breathe. Because according to the Ascended Masters of Soulmate contract law, the quantum entanglement of a soulmate contract means that as one heals, the other heals, regardless of distance, regardless of communication, regardless of whether they even know each other or not. That's why when they come together and start comparing histories, that's where the confusion of twin flame comes. Oh, it's like we're twins. It's different. It's soul mates, bringing each other to that place of stability and understanding and love, that circuitry, so that they can, although it was slow and steady winning the race to get there, embody that true love that the world so needs right now, or at least that soulmate contract helping each other heal. Breathe. My Ascended Masters, please, this warm golden honey feel. What is this? What is their perfect healing mantra? This Capricorn collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, soulmate, satisfying contract for September 2020, or timeless, please, for this divine feminine king and this divine masculine angel. Their healing mantra is invoking self-realization. Each breath confirms how awake I already am with thee. Kali, the Awakener card. And the card of Gateway 111, there is a shift in consciousness going on here. I love those Archangel Michael cards. Talk about upping the ante. Now I'm going to read you what this mantra is, invoking self-realization. But I suggest that you, as indicated, breathe, right? Each breath confirms how awake I already am. Where are you? Almost there. Invoking self-realization. Breathe. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. Self-realization is a spontaneous remembrance of your interconnection to all that is. I've had moments of that, right? Self-realization, where you're like, oh my God, I'm one with it all. Call it the Pizza Hut. Oh my God, I'm one with everything. Make me one with everything. A little Cherry-O-Terry there for you, I think. You are willing to embrace your individuality as a unique expression of source and physical form. Right? Say, okay, we're all one. I am just one version of the great supreme being. By aligning with the breath, you see that while you appear to be a person, it is the universe that breathes everything into existence. This mantra is ideal for reducing stress, managing pain, and relaxing the nervous system, particularly should a shock be on the way. I feel like this is telling you to stay awake and stay aware and be in the present moment, focusing on the breath. And if you're wondering, well, how awake am I? Each breath confirms how awake I already am, like if you're aware of it. The only way to be aware of your breath is to be in the present moment. Awake, aware. Very interesting thing, because that's going to, of course, play its role in this solution, whatever it is. Because remember, it says there already is one. And what did she say? To relax, to breathe, to live as if that solution has already come from that place of relaxation and joy. By being awake in the present moment and focusing the mind. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's making so much sense. That's what I love about my job. I guess it's more my career than my work. It's my career. Because it definitely satisfies a mental, emotional hunger and thirst for me. Like talking to the higher selves of all involved. Particularly the higher selves of these two, this divine feminine king archetype who walks with the angel of harmony, and this divine masculine angel archetype walking with the angel of new love. Please, the higher selves of these two. One card in clarity, a whisper of love from the Whispers of Love Oracle. What is it that they need to know? The piece of information, inspiration, or insight that would help them heal each other, or themselves, and therefore each other, in this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying, soulmate, contract. September 2020 or timeless, please. One more riffle. And then what is your message for them? For this king and this angel and this Capricorn contract. Forgiveness. Nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. So though I am not feeling the heavy coming, the heavy here, I have a feeling it's coming. Why? Because every card in this deck, aside from this, seems to really denote stability. Now, okay. Three of Blades. Certainly there might be some emotional pain there, as the Three of Blades might be usually associated with the heartbreak, like I said, from the Rider-Waite deck. But even then, that would be past, either from this relationship past, which we will be looking at in the extended with the simple timeline, past, present, future. But more than if that's the case, then this is one that is on the mind of this angel of new love, right? Whether this is an old love reunited, a soulmate contract ready to move on into its new stage, or something really truly brand new, but bringing their own baggage with them, which is totally understandable. But there is a leveling up here. I can't take my eyes away from that. So you know what we'll do? I'll pop up the larger picture and see what else I see. Ready? Magic clap. because we've got the divine feminine king archetype here, shadow attribute, excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. And look, even in places of low-level empowerment and leadership, people still fall prey to that. So remember, power corrupts, but absolute power corrupts absolutely. The light attribute, enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. And I do feel like this person is usually in the lead, which does make sense with the angel of harmony, guiding them to what? With this Gemini card, communicate, express themselves in a more harmonious way, particularly towards this divine masculine angel archetype, the shadow attribute, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance, which is just really crazy toxic. But then you look at the light, helping those in need with no expectation of return. And I feel like perhaps this divine masculine angel archetype has really done his best. And with this angel of new love walking with him, that Three of Blades is maybe not so much saying, let's heal the heart here, right? Like a broken heart, but focus, angel. Focus on what your message is. Not what are you thinking, like what are you thinking, but what are your thoughts here? Because something's leading them both to that card of the Tower in the center there, but we'll get there. The foundation here, Ten of Pentacles. Now maybe the solid foundation that they have in their lives, right, individually as well as collectively, is what is struck by lightning here. But with that Six of Cups, I mean, you can't get a stronger foundation than the Ten of Pentacles. That's the harvest. That's worked for. They grew into this together. So again, whether they are both really set up physically independently and being brought together, an angel and a king, either way, solid foundation there. And with the Six of Flames at the crown here, there's really the sun shining on this in a very blessed way, saying that it is time to play, right? Enjoy these days of summer, or whenever you are watching this, to really like roll around and have a good time. And the king and the angel together, particularly with their conversations and their communications, even if they can't be together physically, although with that Ten of Pentacles there, it feels like there's a solid foundation of that there too. But again, why wouldn't I be concerned by the Tower card showing up in the initial outcome? Something's going to be struck by lightning one way or the other, right? Either a symbolic thing, because there's a lot of thought going on here. Maybe there is some breakdown of belief system, as I've said over and over and over again, right? That thing of someone not believing in ghosts, and then one day they see one, and it just changes their whole point of view of how the universe is, you know, dealing with them. And yes, that definitely shakes people up. That can be a spiritual awakening. And maybe that's what part of this here is too, that there is a new love that hits both of them, one that really awakens them both spiritually. Hence that gateway 1111, right? That there's a portal open here for them, a gateway, an evolution. But still, with the entering the Jade Temple, whatever conflict is going on here, there is a resolution already in place that does seem to be about seeing it from a higher place and evolving and invoking self-realization instead of like trying to reach this impossible state. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. So when you feel your nervous system seizing up, getting inflamed, freaked out perhaps, although with the Angel of Harmony and the Angel of New Love, I'm not getting that. But just remember to focus on the breath as often as you can, regardless of whether you are the king or the angel in this contract. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. Because it does feel like with that Ten of Pentacles, there is a solid foundation here in this relationship. You've done your work, but still, forgiveness. Nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments, and maybe that's the two of you, or maybe one more than the other, shedding past disappointments and not bringing it deeper into this relationship, because it's something that might already have been harvested. You've gotten the best out of that in terms of the wisdom and the stability, both of you together. Therefore, each breath would be confirming how awake you already are in the here and now to take this evolution with the Angel of New Love and the Angel of Harmony guiding you through. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's a tricky interpretation, right? It's the only major arcana card on the table is the card of the Tower, right? Kali, the Awakener, but again, in this deck, the destruction of that which no longer serves, but also sometimes illusions, right? Things that just were never true in the first place. So, may the Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need in this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, soulmate contract September 2020 or timeless. They may enter the Jade Temple where the conflict solution is already resolved, right? That there is an evolution here available to them, that they take that path of evolution knowing that each breath confirms how awake they already am, and that they can forgive, that they forgive themselves, that they forgive the past, to really move forward, that nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments with each other or with past relationships here, that they may really walk with the angels of new love and harmony into whatever lightning bolt change is coming to bring them closer together, that they may heal, they may grow, they may become the best that they can be, individually, collectively, and for the well-being of all in the quantum entanglement of a soulmate contract. So mote it be. And so it is. Woo, long prayer there. Thank you so much for watching. There's a preview coming up of the extended next, but I also want to ask you if you could to please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and comment. If you have not liked and subscribed yet, please do so. And if you have, please do comment below how this resonates for you. Which one are you, for example, particularly if there are any king archetypes that identify as a divine feminine. I'd be interested in hearing a little piece of that story, how that works out. Otherwise, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this soulmate contract, September 2020 from my Capricorns. I love you guys so much. I want the very, very best for you because Lord knows y'all earn it regardless of which side of this contract that you are on. So hang in there for the preview coming up next. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be. There, hi there, ho there, my Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Pardon the seven dwarf reference there down in the coal mine working hard, Capricorn. Thank you for jumping over to the Vimeo read, the extended reading here, for your happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract for September 2020 or timeless. I have to say it's a very interesting thing here because one would appear to think with this king archetype with the angel of harmony and this angel archetype with the angel of new love, with everything else around it, lovely, except fly in the ointment with that card of the Tower there. And we are certainly going to clarify that. But first things first, we're going to be using the Mythic Tarot to add some physicality to this. Remember, these cards, the Daughters of the Moon, are the Divine Feminine. So these might be more emotional states, more internal psychological stuff going on here, right? With that Ten of Pentacles being that sense of strength and harvest and abundance and prosperity here. But we're going to see how that all clarifies. Adding these, for example, the Divine King is represented as the Gemini card, the angel as the Three of Blades, the Three of Swords. So how does that Gemini energy of the king experience, the lens through which they see or experience that Ten of Pentacles? Get it? The connective tissue, and then we'll do the same for the angel with that Three of Blades, and then how they see that play card, etc. So we'll, and then of course, before we're done with these, we'll look at how they both experience that card of the Tower, right? More yang, external, physically. Breathe. All right, my gods, please, one card in clarity. How does the king, as this Gemini card, experience this Ten of Pentacles in the root chakra, really, the bottom line, what's going on here in this contract, this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, romantic, satisfying soulmate, Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, please. The connective tissue there, well, is the Capricorn card, the King of Pentacles. All right, so the king, literally, the King of Pentacles, the Capricorn card, right, and harvest. there you have it. That's why I do these spreads, because it just spells it right out for me. I'm going to say that either through, if this could be the Capricorn or this could be the Capricorn, but really, that's a lot of king energy for one side, and interesting on the feminine side. Now, it could be that wants very much to reach out if this is the Capricorn, right? The divine feminine is something other than the Capricorn who's being read here, or I would say the cross watcher, then is going to make an overture, going to make some kind of demonstrative move here, a message of some kind, one would think, with that Gemini, right? That expressing themselves, but really probably just as stable. Like a king archetype might very well have their own. So either way, they are feeling that Saturnian, boundaried, King of Pentacles, Capricorn harvest, right? Like, I built this, we worked for this, this was slow and steady wins the race. This did not happen overnight. The wealth depicted here. How does this angel then, really a messenger here, just wanting to help, just trying to help, and then I'll take off, I don't need, right? No expectation of return, might have been very generous here. What is going on here with that 3 of Blades for this angel? How are they experiencing that card of the harvest, the 10 of Pentacles? Ooh, the Death card. Now, maybe not through literal physical death. I doubt that is the case. That so rarely means that anyway. But in a soulmate contract, that there is a real transformation here that's going on. Now, you put the Death card next to the card of the Tower, you kind of have a death and a rapid rebirth, right? Like a transformation that leads itself to an awakening. How often through Dark Night of the Soul do we get that it's the Dark Night of the Soul, that it's for a higher purpose, that the ego is dissolving, right? Being transformed here. Now remember, walking with the angel of new love here, it might be that this love has really changed them, particularly in terms of how they think, right? That 3 of Blades. Certainly, yes, we've dealt with that before in the YouTube version of this, saying that there might be some heartbreak here. I just don't get it's between the 2 of them, right? But there's maybe some forgiveness work that needs to be done, but there's obviously a transformation happening from the bones out here with this divine masculine angel. I mean, really, unless they've been acting innocent or angelic to mislead somebody, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance, I'm not really getting that. I'm really feeling like this is somebody as a divine masculine who very rarely asks for help and expects nothing in return. And now here there is this generosity coming from this divine feminine king archetype, and it's really transforming their whole thing because it's love. Because they love each other. It's not coming from a place of dishonor or you're weak or anything like that. But they might be a little... Do you know what I'm saying here, right? And right, to stay in the present moment, there might be a lot of past stuff here that needs to be forgiven. And of course, we will see with other cards at the table when we get that Chuck Spezzano love pack going what the problem is on either side. But let's keep going with this. I want to see now how this divine feminine king archetype with the angel of harmony really feels like trying to balance the scales here and make things really nice, like that warm liquid honey feel. How are they experiencing this card of the 6 of Flames Bastet? We will do the same for the angel archetype with that 3 of Blades. Let's ask the gods. Nice deep breath.